want to have our course succeed, no matter in Mandarin or in English, well planning is very important, and the syllabus can help us with this. And we all know that from this course, syllabus needs to include some important parts. The first part is about basic information. And the basic information is like the course name, the teacher's name, and the classroom, and the office hour of the teachers, and the learning description.
So you got to operate your phone on that side.
So here, okay. Okay, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I come from Jongyan Christian University. I'm now in accounting department. I teach, the course name is Challenges of Corporate Governance and Sustainability from Accounting Perspective. We can abbreviate it as ESG. This ESG course is a very new trend for the student to learn. On this is like basic information, and next you can see this is a course description. Okay, so basic part is like this: course name and the teacher's name and the classroom and the course description. I would like to share with you that I usually spend a lot of time in preparing syllabus. It always took me a lot of time. Meanwhile, we all know that a semester is ending, but it means that it's the beginning. We will like to welcome the coming semesters. So right now, I will write a first version of my syllabus for next semester's course. And after I writing my syllabus, I will prepare to collect my materials and arrange my course schedule. So one very important part for us is course objective. I know I write it not very correct, because in this course we have 6 different levels of the taxonomy, right? The brooms, yes. Okay, so in objective, we begin with be able to, and plus some verb. And what kind of verb we need to be put, it depends on the level of the learning. So this is first version, so I will revise later. What is about the second version I will revise? It is about when I receive the student list. And I would like to know the background of the student, which means that maybe I need to revise my syllabus. Okay? And the third time I would like to revise my syllabus, it's the first meeting with all the classmates. We need to negotiate them. We need to explain to them why our syllabus look like this. And with this objective, how do we set our grading policy, and how when the first class ends, which means that our syllabus is accepted by all the students. Okay, so in the coming semester, we can follow this syllabus through the whole semester. I don't suggest that if we set our syllabus, if there is not any important things happen, we don't change this syllabus, because that will make the student
share EMI lesson plan with you. The course I would like to share is called Nursing Research. Actually, I'm the person who in charge in this course, and it's 20 hours. So it is designed for our graduate students who are enrolled in the master program. And here are student learning objectives. First of all, I would like to say the topic I would like to I'm teaching is spiritual and quasi-spiritual design. And here are student learning objectives. I just picked two. So the first one is by the end of these classes, students will be able to describe three key components of the spiritual and quasi-spiritual design. And the second one is by the end of this class, students will be able to differentiate the differences between the spiritual and the quasi-spiritual design. And it's a required course. So as you can see, it's probably 40 students. It's for 40 graduate students. And students' English proficiency level is between B1 to B2. And I anticipate the difficulties is new vocabulary that is specific to the topic of spiritual and quasi-spiritual design and the pronunciation of the key terms. Actually, some of our students, although it's a graduate program, but it's a master program, but some of our students, they did not get a bachelor degree. Some students, they just got into junior college. So some students actually, when we interview with them, I feel out that I just feel that maybe some students, they did not, when they enrolled in the master program, they did not take nursing research when in their junior college program. So some students, they are not very familiar, they were not very familiar with nursing research. And this is an activity that for this topic. In general, I will divide four different parts. First one is a warm-up. Then I will have several mini lectures and in-class interactive activities. And finally, it's like regrouping to summarize. For the warm-up, first I would like to use the word cloud to introduce the key terms of the topic to the students. And then I will ask students that you need to see the word cloud image on the screen. And then I will ask them to think about the key terms of the topic. And after that, I will ask them that you need to two pairs with one classmate. And then you need to share and discuss and to see what the key component, the key terms of today's class. And then after that, I will ask them that you need to share as a pair, you will share in front of class, and then what you thought. Then after that, I will have them work as a pair, that you need to use your cell phone, and you need to go to the online dictionary and to see how to pronounce these key terms. Because I figured out some students, they didn't know, although they can see, when they see this word on their handout, they know. But when I talk about it, maybe my pronunciation was not very correct. So you can see they cannot understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this is the reason I will ask them that you need to
the administrators. C. Temper productivity and productivity math. D. Presenter on a given server topic. I use materials. And grading 1. Discussion of a design issue. 2. Inter-reporter and the design parties. 3. Final report and the design parties. This is thinking. 4. The teacher makers and the prisoner hearing. 4. Test schedule and the rating list. Introduction, questionnaire, design practice, online question, platform recommendation. I like use Facebook website. Interview and questionnaire design, case study. I usually generative design and the user aid. Product service feedback, feeder study and the server report.
everyone. Good morning, Chairperson, and my dear classmates and everyone. Thank you for inviting me here to share my teaching plan. This is my first time to attend EMI program, but I feel that I'm really delighted to enjoy this experiences. This semester, I'm not joining this program. I also joined another EMI program in National University, which is the beginner level, but this is the advanced level. I never know that I spent so much time as a student, but I really enjoy it. And this is my teaching plan, lesson plan. When I attend this program, I also teach an English lesson, so I instantly change some content and change some outline and to align with the standard. So this is what you see here. And my class is a seminar class for the MBA students. So I have only 10 students in my class, but each one have a English level which is a B2 level about. So they already can speak English and can read articles because we prepare for the dissertation and the research project in the semester. So this is a very important class for them. It's a core class. My plan is like this because we have different topic 18 times, but each time we have different topics, and I choose this topic to present because each week we teach different issues and different papers. And this is one paper we discussed the short selling and short selling and innovation. And this paper is a very good paper. I read this paper and enjoy that, so I think this paper can to be discussed and to guide students to do their dissertation in the semester. So we have a warm up for the first beginning. I use Wordle to warm up this paper because this paper relating to short selling and the linkage between short selling and the innovation about the patents. So I use Wordles in the first beginning to show the importance. So this is the Wordles. So when I show this graph to the visual to this class, and everyone will say, what's the keyword you learn, and you say that is important, and everyone will say, patterns, or short selling, or regulation, or law, everything. But when you see things like this, and that means the important words and the frequency is higher when they be answered. So this catch a lot of the attention from the young people. So students can have a very enhanced image to remember when they read this paper. Or otherwise, you read 18 papers in one semester, you cannot remember any of them at the end of semester. So this is the first beginning. I use Wordle to warm up the keywords and the vocabulary of the paper. And later we separate the group into 4. And I prepare the questions to be answered. But if you ask the student to answer the question, it might be very quiet. So I just set the questions in advance and send it to them. And each group must present answers to let everybody know. For example, like this case, I would like to ask them to give an example about what company have a short selling and link it to their innovation. If their innovation is good or is higher, whether the institutional investor might hit them or to prohibit it to short sell their stocks. And this could be a very good example to inspire the student to do a lot of discussions and also the dissertation. So there are some in-class activities which have 2 parts, and I also introduced the paper from the beginning. The first minute lectures and the latter is complete the lecture. because some methodology I have to introduce applies. So in this seminar, I used two technology. One is the Wordles. I just showed you the Wordles, and the other is the Slido I use here. Because when students have questions, they might be hesitant to raise their hands. So I give them a code. So everyone, if you have any question instantly, you don't want to you are hesitant to interrupt me. You can put your question on the Slido, and I can see it, and everyone can see it. So finally, we can see the questions being posted, and I will summarize the questions and answer one by one. And this again, not just waste for questions, this can also to give some pour. If you want to pour or to have a survey instantly, whether students understand the content or whether they are interested in applying this issue to the other fields, they can have a pour here. And you can have an instant survey response feedback to your class. And after the presentation for the two groups and my mini lessons, and I have an application part, so like this. And finally here is, I ask students, because they have to do the final project, and I will ask them what issue would you think that you can apply this issue to some fields you are interested in. And I have some answer like can introduce them to ESG, corporate governance, or capital expenditure, or can link to innovation, or can link to all of them. And you can see the answer was 70% of the students answered that I can link, I'm interested in all this topic. So everyone will be, be very participating during that moment. You will feel that the class is worth it, because after you put some technology into the class, you have eye contact with the student. This is the first beginning, and I can get instant feedback from students, which also encourage me to do the next lesson. So I plan the next lesson much better than this one. This is the first try, but I think the first try is much better than I did before without this technology. So I really appreciate this class because it encouraged me to say something and to try new something. Yeah, thank you very much. This time I use Wordle and Slido, but next time I will use Wordle and Kahoot. Each time two technology. Yeah, not all the tools.
Thank you. Any other questions for Professor Lee? Okay, thank you. Okay, now it's Professor Lin Qianlong's turn to present his lesson plan. Please.
what is silviculture? It is how to grow a tree from seed. So the lesson plan I choose is seed orchard. Just like we always know chicken first or egg first. And for me, it's tree first or seed first. Because without good quality of trees, we cannot have good seed. So this is a cycle for us. Okay, so the learning object for the students, so they will be able to learn the stage presence of progress of seed orchard through classified stage, seed production area, and also via the problem test and project test. What is problem test? So how we can choose tree from place. And project test, we can grow a tree from seeds, and when they grow up, how tall or how big they are. So we know the parent tree, the select tree is good or not. So with these two tests, so we can decide which tree we will choose it. If the trees do not grow very well, so we will destroy it. And the second, learn the difference between seedling and coronal type seed orchard. What's the difference between those two? Seedling. Seedling, it means the tree is grown from seed. And coronal type is the tree is from tissue culture or topping, one part of the plant to grow to form a tree, another tree. So the difference between those two, the coronal type, the nature of the seed of the tree is exact with the selected tree. The seedling, because it is the combination of father and mother. So the genetic character will be different from the mother tree. So let the student know their difference. All my class size is about 65 students. So especially from this program, I learned that I need to move from the teacher side to student side, so they can have more discussion and to know what they need to know. Their English level is not so well, so I will mix Chinese with English. And for this class, sorry, difficult. Have a hard time. For me, I will give the student a handout, so they will know what is lesson plan. I will tell them. That is why the cover test. I choose different place to choose the tree, and then to do the progeny test. So those two can combine together because we grow a tree from a seed. It takes at least 20 years. So we did not have such a long time to do all the process. So sometimes we can combine those two together. But this we will choose a column to make with the selected tree, the female one. So we both know the father side and the mother side. So those two genetic is good, we will continue to do that. If the tree is not good enough, so we will delete it to prevent the pollution of genetic. So for this course, it's a long time, not just 1 year. So continue and continue. If the genetic is not enough, we will introduce some tree genetic from the other source, from the foreign country, especially from other country. So we can introduce good genetic combined with ours. Thank you.
Presentation. Any questions on this agriculture? It's quite a difficult subject to teach in English, I think. So why, Professor, you pick this class to do your MI teaching? Yeah.
Actually, before my colleague left this semester, so I got this order. So because my materials all in English is ready to go. So this semester I mix Chinese and English together. So
You're allowed to do that. Normally for my EMI teaching, I'm not allowed to speak Chinese.
yeah. Yeah, but my department has said that it's okay for your semester. So next semester, next school year, I will do it in full English.
Okay, you'll continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, it's Professor Su Wenyu, the presentation, please.
Everybody, I'm happy to be here because usually we only meet online, and it's the first time to see you in person. Thank you very much for the opportunity to introduce you my lesson plan. Actually, I only do my lesson in Chinese, so this is the translate version of my Chinese course to English one. And I'm not sure when I will have the class of EMI, but I try it. Here's my name, and we have 60 minutes of the class, usually in one class. And I would like to introduce our students, maybe in the second week of the semester, to introduce them the cultural world heritage of UN, United Nations. And because I am from the tourism department, so the students, they always travel. Many times they travel by themselves, but then they work as a tour guide to lead tourists to travel all over the world. So I think if they understand what is the world heritage, maybe very useful for them. So our our students, the class size varies very lot. Sometimes 20 students in a class, sometimes 80 students in the class. I'm not sure why they vary so much. And their English proficiency usually not so high, about A2, seldom to B1 or to B2. So quite difficult for us to teach them in English in the class. So I use a lot of the things I learned from this EMI course. We need the warm-up, so I will show them some slides to let them feel interested in the class. So the beautiful buildings, the beautiful scenery of the World Heritage, then introduce them how will they learn in this class. Then after that, we will check the website of World Heritage Site. And also in there, a lot of beautiful pictures. So I hope they will be interested to learn. And they can discuss with the students. And I would like to introduce them some World Heritage potential sites in Taiwan. So after the class, they can go travel by themselves, so they can see what's the potential World Heritage Site in Taiwan, and they can see it in person. Then after that, I will have the group to summarize, to discuss, and have someone to present what they found from those activities and what the new thing they got from the class. So for 10 minutes. So I think I also want to introduce them the criteria, because if we attend the sports, we need to know the rule. And also the World Heritage Site, they have rules. We call it the criteria. So I hope the students attend the class and they can understand what's the criteria of the World Heritage. So if they can remember maybe half of it, I will be very happy. Thank you.
Any questions from Professor Fu? Okay, for the tourism, especially the cultural heritage. Any questions? If not, I will ask one question. Your students, do they do some field trip? Because I think normally the students of tourism, they do a lot of field trips. Yeah. So what do they do? For example, what do you mean by interactive activity?
Yes, because the students are from the Department of Tourism, so we always have a lot of field trip. And near Taipei or New Taipei City, we have some potential World Heritage site. For example, the Hong Mountain in Tanshui. I will ask them to do some survey, then in the class. And after that, we will have one day, usually Saturday, we will trip to Tanshui to see that. And they can, how to say that, they make sure what they read and what they see in person. That's one side. And the other side is the Jiguashi near Jiufen. They always go to Jiufen, but only stay in Jiufen. They can go to the mountain, the Gold Mountain. So I will ask them to go to the Gold Mountain to see the Gold Museum. So they can feel that's real. The cultural heritage, not only the heritage, but also in our daily life. So I hope because of the attendance of the field trip, they can feel tourism is very useful in their daily life, not only in the readings or in the study. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Now it's Professor Zhang Qingwei's turn to present his lesson plan. Okay.
Hi, Chairman and all the classmates. It's my pleasure to present my lesson plan. But however, instead of giving all the details, I prefer to give the background of my experience. Alright, so before the EMI course, for me, there are 3 misunderstandings regarding the EMI course. 1. The EMI course should be taught 100% in English. And 2, we can design EMI course simply by translating the course from the original course to manual. And 3, EMI course focuses only on content, right? So that's what I thought. And after the EMI course, it has changed my misconceptions about EMI teaching. Okay, so actually EMI course should be redesigned according to students' learning needs to make them even more engaged in the course. Therefore, I redesigned my EMI course in basketball. So because I am associate professor in the Department of Physical Education and Sports Sciences. So I redesigned my basketball course for future PE teachers. And as you can see, the teaching context, there are 25 students at A2 to B2 level of English. And potential issues are new vocabularies that is specific to the topic of fast break and pronunciation of key terms. Do you know what is fast break in basketball? Okay, that's first time. We have to pass quickly as quickly as possible to forward to get the point. All right, that's tactical concept. Okay, so there are 3 major parts of my revisions. First, students' learning goals are now clear and more specific. So as you can see here, students will be able to discuss and demonstrate a long pass or 2-3 passes by moving the ball upward and into scoring position as quickly as possible, followed by the layup, etc. Okay, so that's first revision. And second, the course become more structured by adding unit concept, relevant key terms, and student communication components. So as you can see, there are 5 parts. First part, warm-up activities. So introduce unit concept and relevant key terms about fast break, right? So we have long pass, upward, bank shot, steal, sportsmanlike foul. Okay? And then we practice some skills regarding to this fast break. And second part, we have gameplay activities through game situation. And third part, we have group discussion. So students, they have to discuss tactics and strategies, all right? Mostly in English or Mandarin. Okay? And fourth part, to return to gameplay for assessing what they have discussed. And finally, time to reflection. So they share what they have learned in this course. So that's the structure of this lesson. Right? And finally, students are encouraged to take opportunities to engage in the course by using English. Okay? So this is the rubric assignment. Okay? So there are 3 performance levels and the criteria. Okay, so not only I have to know about this, but also students, they have to know all of these criteria. Right? So, and 1 minute left. Finally, I would like to share what students they have thought about the course. Okay, I quote 2 of students. I think this basketball 2 course gave me a lot of opportunities to practice my English speaking and chance to teach my classmates how to become a good shooter. By the way, I have a lot of improvements on left-hand dribbling and left-hand layup of this course. Okay, that's what one is not correct. I have learned 2-3 zone defense and 3-2 zone defense. But 4+, I haven't known these tactics and how to organize the team, how to cooperate with my teammates. In this course, I think my English speaking has a great progress. I can communicate with others in English. Thank you, teacher. So that's what they thought. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Zhang, for this interesting, really teaching how teaches sports, basketball in English. Okay. Any questions for Professor Zhang?
Are your students foreigners, or otherwise why do you have the motivation of speaking English while playing basketball?
Oh, okay. Actually, our students they can be instructors in sport clubs or summer camp instructors. So more and more activities will be organized. These kind of activities. So for our students, they may have more chances to get a job as a sport instructors in sport clubs. So when they learn sport skills in English, they might have more opportunities to find a job. Not just only focus on PE teachers, but even in clubs. That's the reason our department required us to have this course. Thank you for your question.
That's interesting. While playing basketball, you have to always thinking another way. Speaking English.
Yes, but some of them they can communicate. However, a lot of vocabulary actually they are already in English because basketball was invented in United States, so it's even more specific when we communicate in English. Thank you.
To be an athlete,
Yes.
they can make the most valuable, not including the salary or everything. So how can you teach your student to find a balance between the physical education and the language exchange? How do you find a balance? Do you like a 50-20 or 50-40 or 60-40
Okay.
between the language and teaching that both of skill?
Okay. Thank you. So mostly, it is really a good question. Thank you. Basically, I focus on the content actually, but by creating this learning environment, a welcoming and friendly English speaking and writing environment, so that's I encourage them to speak out, yeah, and to communicate, because I think English for them it's a way of communicating. So as an instructor, I bridge cultures, including language. That's what I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think it's a quite courageous try. Really, the first time I heard that. We do EMI with PE. Okay. And then, okay. Thank you, Professor. And now it's Professor Wurtzman's turn to present our lesson plan.
with you. The topic of my lesson plan is Principle of Effect Copywriting. The students, the class size is 25 students. Then their proficiency level is B2 to C1 in English. So now, let me explain my activities. First is warm up. Students, it will take about 20 minutes. The materials are key terms from the chapter on copywriting principles in the course textbook. Students will look at the Students will look at word cloud and wording with key terms like headline and audience. They will use think, pair, share. First, they will think about words and guess the lesson topic. Then discuss with a partner and finally share with the class. Second, mini lecture topic. It will take about 25 minutes. The materials are the handout with the main points. I will talk about the basic rules of copywriting, such as being clear, engaging, and focusing the audience. I will use poll anywhere for question during the talk and give description and examples. Third, in class interactive. It will take about 20 minutes. The materials are Kahoot or Quizlet. Kahoot, we already heard 3 times, so it's very useful. It's very useful tools. Okay, the next is small group work. This will take about 30 minutes. The materials are Google Docs for each group to document their copywriting plan and feedback. Students will work in a small group to create a copywriting plan based on a given product. Afterward, they will review. They will review each other's work within the groups. Last one is regroup to summarize. It will take about 20 minutes. The materials are final slide with summary points. We will have a final discussion and summarize 2 key points. I will show a final slide with the main rules of good copywriting and answer any last questions. Finally, I will explain the assignment homework. The assessment is students will get feedback for their peers and me. Responses and copy drafts on Google Docs will be reviewed without grading, but feedback will be given. Okay, then last one. I have a question. I'm concerned about the balance between theory and practice. So, in my lesson plan, do you think there are enough activities to help students apply the principles, or should I include more hands-on tasks? Thank you for listening.
Any questions for?
I have a question about how can you because it's kind of creative thing. It's very difficult to say whose copyright is better or who's not so good. How can you set the standard?
Sorry, you mean?
How did you
example, oral presentation, or about discussion. I will see around of them. Yeah. Another one is peer review. Peer review. Their classmate.
They
Yeah.
were judged by their classmates.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for your question.
Okay, any further questions? Okay, so thank you, Professor Wen.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Now it's Professor Lin Ziwen's turn to present our syllabus.
Hello everyone, my name is Lin Ziwen. I'm delighted to participate in the EMI program, which has provided me with a learning opportunity. Currently, I teach at the National Taiwan Normal University assistant teacher, assistant professor. Yeah. The course I'm teaching yoga. It is a dynamic program. Today, I would like to introduce the cognitive syllabus of my course. Okay. My course title yoga. Course time is Tuesday. And course description. This course is divided 3-in-1, body and mind, 三合一，身心灵合一。Three best yoga course we can experience the best assessment. Third, very exercise in the yoga course. We can help us feel more calm and into the exercise internal and external stress, so as to relax the profession and clean the environment, creative and comfortable, and develop gradual exercise through your life and enrich your leisure. Okay, and next, we can object first one, learning the best knowledge of the yoga exercise and practice best yoga posture and develop health, leisure and lifelong exercise knowledge and the master of the and the self-analysis of physical health and explain your need work, and finally enjoy your exercise. Okay, and please see. And next, we will introduction the 16 weeks classes, and the first one. Introduction of the cross and the connected, and for information card, and the best connected yoga, and yoga the best movement, and best course, and yoga the 3 or 4, head to knee for the back, and head to knee for back. Yeah, and demo for teacher, for students. Yeah, first one and demo. Yeah. Okay, and 6, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is this one. Downward facing dog. Yeah, not capture and facing downward. Yes. Okay, and finally, group creative group, 5 people or 6 people group, and creative solution, yoga or group. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Any questions for Professor Lin? Okay, maybe I'll ask one. It's quite strange or unique for me to teach yoga in
actually, my name is wrong, not that bad. But usually I write it in English, so probably that's why someone helped me with the PDF and I just made a little adjustment. Okay, my name is Wu and I'm from Linton University. And I used to teach in the Department of Tourism and Hospitality. And I assist the Department of Applied English as well. And right now I just help the health industry. So I do yogas. So probably I can answer the questions you just asked. Part A, my introduction to using reading and vocabulary to learn in my course. Because I have happened to have several international students in my class. So I have to translate my curriculum and the class content into English after class, in the middle of class, or before class. So I have to teach them in English and sometimes in Chinese at the same time. So usually I will have the introduction and tell the content and how important of my subject. In this course, I'm so grateful to be here to present my experience and thank you for having me here to attend the class because I learned a lot. In this semester, I use MICE industry as the subject. The MICE industry is about meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. So it's related to several backgrounds. So I teach them in the night class and day classes. And I teach them the instruction in introduction of MICE industry, and this semester I teach them the English of MICE industry. So that's why I try to combine them. And the strategies I use, and thanks for the program, I learned so much knowledges and techniques from the program. And those are the several strategies I use. But furthermore, I want to share is that thanks for the program, I use the online software and especially Sensei to help my class this semester. Because usually when I try to correct them, the vocabularies or pronunciations, they are kind of reject and they don't like to speak in the class. So I ask them to speak in front of the computer with a private space so they can record their pronunciations and replay that. And I use the AI to adjust their pronunciations. So this feedback is more powerful than the teachers from the desk. And the Sensei is a very useful software. So I ask them to record their pronunciations and the feedbacks and the words, because it will give us the sentences they pronounced. So I gather those informations as the feedback and as the homework for them. And the first beginning, my students is around the size 20 something, and their proficiency of English is like a B1 to B2. So because we are on applied English. So I asked them to use the software from the web to test their proficiency of English. It's more, I think it will be more supportive for me to understand their abilities of English. However, during my teaching, I think it still has the dilemmas about their real ability and the test from the AI or the website. Still need to improve the techniques, how to use them in the class. Finally, still thank you for the program to give me the opportunity to be here. And I really learned a lot from those trainings. And I really learned a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Professor Wu.
Questions
Any
and
questions
comments?
for Professor Wu? Any questions? Okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah, what classes do you teach with this syllabus? Yeah, I think I read your syllabus and I couldn't find the class topic.
Usually, the title actually is the introduction of the math industry.
Okay.
Yes, because in the night class, I use Chinese. And in the day class, I use English because the subject is actually is the English of math industry. Even though I teach in Chinese with English, and I have 2 Indonesian students, so they barely to understand Chinese. So I still need to translate into English for them. Even though before, in the middle, or after class.
Okay, so this is a specific subject you teach, not only the listening, because I thought you taught English reading, listening, class, no?
It's kind of a combination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am Joey from明道University, and明道University will be closed next month. So this will be the last time you meet the teacher from明道University. Yeah, I'm seeking for a new position, so if you have any information, please let me know. And I'm going to share the EMI syllabus of my course. And the first part, the part A, there will be a basic of my course, basic information. The course title is Digital Music and Sound Design. And the following is some information for the course, including course number and instructor name and content information, and the class place and time. And I will use Strong Class Learning Plan 4, that is a course management system. And I will have some coursework in this platform. And here is the website of the Strong Class. In the part B, it will be a course description and student learning objective. And in this course, students will learn the introduction of digital music. And I will introduce a student to the fascinating world of digital music and how to produce and how to make a production of music. And this course is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the sound summary. Students have to understand the nature and the phenomena of the sound. And the second part is to understand and appreciate the soundtrack and learn the technique of soundtrack by knowing the math word. And in this stage, students will have to operate the software and have a lot of hands-on practice. And the third stage is the creation of the music project and discussed with presentation. So in this course, there are bookworks. collaborate effectively in group projects. And the part C is assignment list, weight, and description, and about assignment methods and descriptions. The attendance and the discussion accounts for 20%, and assignments make up 20% too. And the midterm, it will consist of a quiz question and discuss on topics before a class line. And the final presentation, it will include a presentation of students' music works and course feedback. It will be a group work. And about course policies, that is consistent across the entire university. It means that the course policy of all courses in our university is the same. It is the same. And the last part is my course schedule. The course is divided into 3 parts. So from the class 1 to class 6, it will be the introduction of digital music and related to the basic concept of digital music. And the second part is from class 7 to class 12. This part is about technique learning in operating software. And the third part, from class 12 to class 18. This part, it will be a group learning and group project. They will work together. And the final presentation, it will be have some project. It is a summative assessment. Thank you for your attention. This is my syllabus.
Thank you for Professor Zhou. Okay. Any questions?
So Joe, I have a problem about, as we all know now is AI time. If we speak to the application, they can make the music automatically generated. So what's the difference between the man-made one and the AI-made one?
Okay. The music test, that is individual and subjective. I think that is not easy for AI to connect, to connect people with people. I think that is music test is really that is individual.
Any further questions? We have time for another question? No. Thank you, Dr. Zhou. It's time for turn to present the vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
Practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm also from Taichung, so this is my school. And in my school, we are all promote EMI, and most of the teachers are suffering. And they have many ways they want to try to say it, but they can't. Because EMI is a long way. Even all the teachers are learning. Even the students are learning. But when we talk about EMI, I just go on to sometimes ask Jesus, how can I teach you my student getting better? The answer is, it's still a long way. So I think today I'm just present what is the EMI in this one. Because to tell everybody the jargon and terminology is a key point for the student. So even the teacher asks all the questions, but they still don't know what is the ASAP, what is the RIP, because they don't know what does that mean. So I have to repeat and ask them, what is the vocabulary again? And some students will be remember it. Some students just like, it's just like when you talk to them, they forget immediately. So I gotta review again, and I think that this is what we're talking about today. But anyway, my strategy for this EMI, number one, I would like to talk about how to enhance the student comprehension and critical thinking. I think that the most important is I keep asking a question, why? And people will give me the answer is, oh, because blah, 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 or because blah, 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 there could be an answer. And I don't want them just only speak out. I want them also write down and answer me immediately. And also they can have a peer practice. So that's a key point when they do that, improve their communication. I think that EMI, the most important is a communication part. They got to know each other. They got to say something. Not just like a host layer and say the keyword only. So, of course, that will be with some proficiency. Time is ticking. Anyway, in my classes, I will focus on these two parts. Using the vocabulary and use the puzzle and game, and also using the study group to make them to enhance themselves into the small group or even individually. So they can practice not only in the classes, and also because of the AI, they can use the Gamma, they can use the Suno, they can use any kind of AI related, because now it's the AI world. Sooner or later, the AI will be just like a cell phone, be with us. And they will be with the student too. And they are not no more talking to teacher. They will talk to the cell phone. Immediately. They don't even want to talk to teacher, because they know the teacher will give their response is, do it. Go for it. No more play. No more cell phone. Do it. So I will do it this way to follow my teaching. So I always keep use the fresh cow is an AI, and that AI will teach not a student only to learn. They can constantly learn this. Okay. So all this content is just a rule, and you can take a look. But here is my lesson plan. So I will just introduce the EMI for the 10 minutes. Then I will ask the student to practice the sentence, and also I will have an interaction. But in the 15 minutes or 2 hours, I will ask the student all do by themselves, and only teacher teaching in the 10 minutes. And they can practice with AI immediately. So my objective, it will be simple and easy. Here is my simple to talk about it. Because students now, they are worried about addiction. So what is addiction? I will play with my game, with the EMI lesson. I will tell them, now, what addiction do they have now? What is alcohol addiction? What is a coffee addiction? Something like this. And after the game, they can practice, interview their friend. Are you addicted to something? So most of the students will start to talking about, oh, I'm addicted to coffee. I'm addicted to the alcohol. I'm addicted to the cell phone. So when they talk to each other, then they can start asking a question too. So it's just like my syllabus. I like a student to ask a question. And besides, the teacher just needs to listen. You don't need to ask a question because student will create their answer as well. So this is my syllabus and the curriculum. And I'm teaching in the, just like teacher to teaching the tourism, business, and even the language speaking. So I think that will be a long way. As I say, EMI is a long way, but hopefully under the every teacher is offered and you are enthusiastic. I think that sooner or later Taiwan will become more better, like hopefully like Singapore, Hong Kong, and there will be a great effort. Thank you very much for your listening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Tsai. Any questions for Professor Tsai?
Yes, please. way. Just like today, I learned how to play the kaboom and udo and slido, and I think that will be all workable. And I think the most important is students have to use it. So how do you push the student to use it is another way. So when teacher asks you to use the AI, I think the most important is teacher don't need to talk too much and ask them to do it, and then you can interact. I think that is the most important.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I
Have a good
learned
day.
something here. Okay, and then now it's Professor He Yimeng to present his lesson plan.
Hey, hello everyone. It's my pleasure to present and share my idea about the lesson plan here. And this plan is about the mini lecture. It's related to statistical analysis because my course this semester is about operations management. So in the course, I think I have to do some review about statistics and regression analysis for my students. So I forgot to do a little bit about my self-introduction. I'm from National Zhongxin University and the Department of Marketing. So I'm now teaching the course like the statistics, operations management, and the econometrics and time series analysis. And so, this lecture is about statistics. So I will spend around 2 hours here, 2 hours to do a quick review about what is statistics to let students get familiar with those concepts so they can connect this kind of knowledge to my main course about operations management, operations research. So the first part of the mini lecture is the warm-up. So in this part, I will do some review about the descriptive statistics because this is, I think, many students will not very focused on this part, but I think this part is very useful. Before you do the data analysis, you have to use some descriptive statistical tools to check if your data are missing or your data are biased. So you have to do this part and spend more time on interpretation to find out some problems from your data. So after that, you can do your data analysis smoothly. Okay, so in this part, I will introduce some basic concepts of statistics, and I will also ask some students to provide some examples about data analysis. And then in this process, I will be more familiar with their ideas and thoughts and the concepts about data analysis. And I will also introduce the normal distribution because maybe some students forget what is normal distribution, but in our statistical testing and the regression analysis, we always use a lot of normal distribution. So, try to quickly. Okay. So next part is about the concept of the statistical testing, and I will also show very short videos to let them know what is statistical testing. For example, t-testing, p-testing, and h-testing, chi-square testing. And then I will try to ask them to find out some examples by themselves to let them know what is null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, because this is also a very, very important crucial concept in statistical testing. So I will ask them to think about their ideas, what is the null hypothesis, and give me some examples. Okay? So I will let them think about that. And I also provide some handouts for them. Okay? This will spend 20 minutes. And after that, I will do some interactive activities. So I will ask them to separate to make different groups. Each group will include 2 or 3 people, students, and I just want them to share their ideas with each other and give me more feedback about their ideas. Okay. So after that, I will introduce the regression analysis, which is also very important part in statistical analysis because it's very useful and can use in many different kinds of fields. So I will give them some basic ideas about linear regression and regression models, and also share some ideas about the statistical software such as R or Python. Okay. So after that, I will do a quiz to let them, to force them to remember some of these ideas. finally I will summarize and then give them some of the ideas about statistical analysis again, and then I want to get some feedback from them as well in the last part, spending for 15 minutes. Okay, I think I'm run out of time, so that's roughly an introduction about mini lecture, statistics, and thanks again.
Thank you
Questions?
for Professor He's presentation. Any questions for Professor He?
Professor, how do you teach the hypothesis? That will be very difficult for even a foreigner student, they don't understand. And how do you teach the Chinese student in E&I in a hypothesis?
I will, for example, I will give them many different examples, like textbook, like maybe some decision making process. So you want to buy if you maybe whether you want to buy this product or not, or whether you will make some decisions, follow some rules. So if in this part of the process, I think they can get more ideas about what is hypothesis, and they have to think about the cost.
So I need to understand the background. That's the challenge they face. And then, because how the business case actually in homes, there's some between homes. So I will let students make decision. They will vote on what they want, what decision they want to take, and tell me the reason. So here, in this case, we have three options. Accept the offer just mean ask for more time because of the waiting more time. And to try the project. And the customer the project. So actually, the student needs to vote and let me know the reason. So I will separate the student into maybe 4 or 5 groups. Each group will contain 4 to 5 people in discussion. And then after they get consensus, we will vote. And the second main lecture is let students understand how the company innovates, not just from because everybody may look sexy, they want to very popular. So in order to innovate, not just sexy, they need to know. They also need to know other perspectives of the company. So I will give a lecture about the ideal design process